What's going on YouTube? It is T90 Official and welcome back and Merry Christmas, or almost Christmas. This is one of 12 uploads that I'm going to do leading up to Christmas, and I'm very creative, so I'm calling it the 12 Days of Christmas. You might not celebrate Christmas. I do, and I'm really excited to go home to family, and I'm also stacking up content for when I'm going to be gone, and I hope for you guys it's very special. For each single cast, I'm going to just say one thing I'm thankful for about my whole Age of Empires journey, whether that be the community, specific things on my channel, certain people. And we're going to start it all off with a game that I played versus Hoang. You guys have been asking me to play versus Hoang for a while, and I apologize for the delay. He normally only plays when it's either really early for me or really late for me, and normally I'm exhausted, but I had other YouTube content to work on, and I procrastinate by playing Age of Empires, funny enough. And I went into the ranked queue, and Hoang, the player who's known for his fast castle forwards, and was actually 15th on the ladder at the time, was up against me. So I'll start the game here. I'm not going to talk like crazy long about the things I'm thankful for, because I know you guys want the game, but Hoang is greeting me, and we have a little bit of a conversation once we find out we're against each other. And I am very thankful for my relationship with the pro scene. You know, I don't know other communities as well as the Age of Empires 2 community, but one thing that's always kept me around and always kept me motivated and feeling good about Age 2 is there's not a ton of toxicity. I've never had rough experiences with our high-level players. There's so many like fun, lighthearted trolls. There's so many good-hearted people who play Age of Empires 2 at a high level. And, you know, every community, the more players that come in, the more viewers that come in, sometimes they can bring out the worst in people. And, you know, honestly, I've just never had any bad experiences to share with high-level players. And so, you know, Hoang here, he's from Vietnam. This guy, I spoke to Bac T, or Bac, who is a very long-time pro, a better player from Vietnam, and like Hoang, he doesn't normally speak to people. He doesn't have Discord. He doesn't respond to his messages. Bac said that the only way you can contact Hoang is through him. But Hoang and I have been having some chats via email recently, and he's going to send us some more recorded games from Age of Empires 2 DE. And I don't know. I just really don't feel like I would experience such good-hearted people at a high level of gaming in other communities. So that is what I'm thankful for day number one of 12 Days of Christmas. And you guys are probably sick of all this whatever you want to call it. And let's talk about the game. What does Hoang do? Well, Hoang, he normally makes an early barracks, makes a bunch of militia, walls his base, and then sneaks villagers forward and goes for knights, mangonels, and monks. And normally he's Huns. When he was hosting on the Voobly platform, he would do it with Huns. Now, he picked Mongols. Mongols hunt 50% faster. So I was really confused by this. And I was expecting a drush, and then I was expecting a forward. Ghost Lake certainly is not the worst map to play against Hoang, because there's only certain areas he can build. He cannot build on this type of terrain. Now, I went with Mayans. Mayans is a solid pick on most maps, but if it was anyone anyone except Hoang, I would normally go man-at-arms into archers. Here, I fully expected that Hoang would be building an early barracks. He normally builds it before his mill. And so what I did, I didn't focus on it a moment ago, but I actually transferred a vill to wood earlier than I normally would. So it was a faster 4 on wood. Send this villager out here, and this vill is building the barracks nice and early. Now, I will warn you, this is not my best gameplay, okay? So, like I said, it's very late right now. It's actually midnight for me. I played this at around 11 p.m. But I arrived to Hoang's base nice and early, because one thing I know about Hoang is you have to scout him. I see he's brought in a boar. I see he does not have a barracks, and he does not have a mill. But hold on a second. What is that? That is a mill. Sorry, I'll bring up the score. Is this really Hoang? And so I actually respond to him, I believe. I signal it and I say WTF. Now, listen to this nonsense. I believed him He says yes, as if to say, oh yeah, you saw my mill. And look what he says. Wait for it. He says, I up. Okay, so that means he's on his way to feudal. He's up to feudal. That, I believed. I mean, everything I've seen here so far would mean that he would be up. He has his lumber camp. He has the mill. He has the Mongol hunting. I figured that he was actually on his way up. I didn't see anything to tell me otherwise, so I immediately, you'll notice, freak out. I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy, so I send a vill here. I have a vill walling here. I have a vill here. My militia are on the way. Now, I actually made a big mistake. You see this villager? He has the 10 gold that I collected here. I need that 10 gold to make another militia. So I thought I'd misclicked him at this point. Like I said, it wasn't my cleanest play. But I'm sending my militia forward to Hoang. Now, I was very surprised that Hoang was going for a scout rush, and holy did he get a bunch of sheep. Or so I thought he was going for a scout rush. But he's actually going for a fast castle. Or, yeah, I'm not really sure what this build is. I haven't rewatched the game yet, but he's on his way to feudal age. I'm definitely thinking fast castle into plumes, and possibly defensive towers if need be against Hoang siege. And if you know anything about a drush is not meant to kill, it's meant to delay. Hoang does it all the time. And so I got to his berries, and I'm actually feeling pretty confident about this, because he's not in feudal yet, and I will have my walls up. His scout's also in my base, so he won't be able to get much harassment in of my deer villagers, as I'm long distance hunting. And now I see a barracks, so now I'm getting a little bit more information. Hoang palisades in his villagers here. And I feel like, alright, he has 5 villagers, what is it, 4 villagers building there, he's lots of quick walls. He's had to do a lot because of this. And now look! Boom! Got him! I'm proud of that one. I tried to do single palisades, but it was on the middle of 2 tiles, so it wouldn't work. So, unfortunately, I had to use a palisade gate, but I quickly gated him in there. Now, Hoang is scoutless. And Hoang does not know what I'm up to. He does not know if I'm on stone or anything. So Hoang hit feudal age a lot earlier than you normally would with a fast castle. I think it was 21 population he had gone up. But now I see the blacksmith, and so now I know, well, hold on a second. This guy's actually going for fast castle, and I was worried that he had maybe clicked up a lot earlier than he'll end up doing. But I knew his deer were out here. That's one good thing. If he had milled those deer, I believe he would have clicked up to castle age like 2 minutes earlier than he ends up doing here. So anyways, I'll zoom back in, if this will work. Hello? Zoom? Hello? Hello? Oh, there we go, sorry. And I get super lucky. He tries to quick wall. He didn't think that I would run past the TC like that. Remember, I think this drush has already gotten some value. I lose my eagle, but I will, doink, get a vill kill. Get a vill kill. I'm also idling more villagers. This is about 250 food that he needs to go castle. His scout is walled in, and honestly, if I would have been casting this and it wasn't myself, I would say this is pretty good, but look! He's in feudal age. He can attack that villager. Now there I locked the gate when my villager's still inside, and okay, and now I should fix that problem. That was a mistake, and I locked the gate. That was... I'm glad I remembered to show you guys that. That was a big mistake, or almost a big mistake on my part. It's not easy with those gates, man. And his villagers always want to open them. So my militia are pretty weak at this point. I'm not going to kill anything with them. I sniped the deer because I know Hoang would love to take them later with Mongol hunts. And to Hoang's point of view now, certainly wasn't the fastest fast castle you've ever seen. But he's clicked up at 13 minutes, and he'll be up at a decent time. Now, oh god. Okay, so what I tried to do here was close the gate so I could kill the scout with my vills, and I failed there, so the scout gets out. Bummer. But I have casted dozens of Hoang games on YouTube and Twitch. I have probably seen hundreds, and he has played thousands. And he always does the same things. So my militia, they probably won't kill anything out here. But I really wanted to know where he would push from. So this is a vulnerable position for me. I'm going to build a castle, right? This is a vulnerable position for me. Sniped his scout. This is a vulnerable position. Now, if I castle here, then my stone's exposed. If I castle here, then this area is exposed, right? So his villagers are coming forward. Now, I'm sending my militia around, and you'll see I outposted here. I really felt like he would kind of push from this position. I also created an eagle, and I think that, well, I don't have many eagle upgrades. Any amount of time that I could delay Hoang, and I'm 60% of the way to Castle Age, is good for me. And also, this is why Ghost Lake is nice. He can't be here, so it's either here or here. If he's doing it, he's got to be coming forward, and here he comes. So, honestly, he's in Castle Age a bit before me. It's always a threat when you're up against Hoang, because his all-ins are just so strong. But this felt decent. Now, I sent this militia down here, I think, just to make sure he wasn't building anything with another villager. And smart move from him to actually send a scout forward. And his scouts and villagers... Man, that was a bit sloppy on my part. I think I targeted the scout instead. I could have sniped the vill. But yeah, his villagers survive, and here they come. Now, since I'm placing my castle here, I decide to stonewall this. My eagle also was unable to snipe that villager. Hoang microed away. Now, I'm really curious. Again, I just finished this game, so I have not seen anything yet. Hoang, idle TC. I already have 3 more vills in him. It's actually sickening. 3 knights queued up, but idle TC. Okay, there we go. Now he's creating a few more vills. Ah, see, initially he starts building his monastery there. I don't even recall seeing that. So he did want to... He wanted to monastery there and siege workshop here. That's interesting. Okay, and now he's placed that siege workshop. Now, I did not see it at this point. But guys, what mistake have I made? I've stonewalled with 1800 HP stone walls. I wanted to secure this side. I have a freaking 900 HP house here. Tilting, right? Two or three tiles of stone. And this is not a concern. And another thing is, I probably could have quick-walled that now a little bit. So my economy is not going to be good. But I always remember that when you're playing Hoang, his economy's worse. And plus I'm Mayans. I realized the hard way that, oh shoot, those walls were useless. He's going to take my hill now. And now the frustration starts to set in. Now I've made a pretty big mistake. And Hoang, what he loves to do is... Actually, here as well, I have to bail, right? Because he's about to come through. So I bail with my monk. But yeah, what Hoang likes to do is just pressure towers, TCs, everything with mangonels. This castle does not matter to him. And what am I going to make? Plumed archers against mass mangonels? Not so easy. So I feel like the best way to counter Hoang is actually any civ with guard tower. Guard towers are really good against mangonels. But guard tower is, I think, 250 wood. And 100 food. No. I think it's 250 food, 100 wood, or flip-flopped around. So it's actually quite expensive. And all of my farms are here, so my eco is about to get hit big time. And I can't even rely on just a few monks now. My eco is really not good. A few monks won't work for me. I do snipe that knight. But, you know, he has the mangonels there for my monks. He's the mangonels there for my plumes. I've got to defend with towers. And guys, I can't even afford to get Bodkin Arrow right now. It's really not good. I'll be laying on that market, trust me. So, 4-ville lead for myself. I built a tower on the gold. He uses that scout to snipe my monk, which is epic. And he also gets a very quick shot. Now, I have to say, when playing Hoang on DE, it's a bit stuttery. It feels like PC lag, and it might be coming through on my end. So, micro was even more difficult. It was not this smooth. But I did, that just regular watchtower helped me out there, and I took out a mangonel from him. And homie's so open. If I get any plumes over there, it'd be good, but I really felt like, well, first off, didn't really have a lot of them. And second, I really felt like I needed them here. So I placed a tower here, I placed a tower here, Hoang. He has 2 Mangonels, he's a 3rd on the way. He has a bunch of knights. No upgrades, Hoang doesn't need upgrades. Okay, at this point, I feel like, well, the plumes, they need to get forward. And I did send a plumed archer here. Actually, I was not paying attention to this. I just sat it there on stand grounds. And had to pay attention at home. And placed my own siege workshop in a panic. Oh, I guess my plumes have come back. I mean, panic time. I do have Bodkinera, by the way. And my TC is also able to range. So, basically, if I can get a big mango shot, it could be very good for me. And just keep my plumes alive. Okay, so I killed 2 Vills, 1 Vill? Have the Vill lead. And he sends 1 knight over to deal with that. So now he's actually beginning to add some villagers, I assume. Here I am, no ballistics. If you don't kill Hoang's units, he'll just heal them up. So there was not the best for me. But here's really good. 1 big shot in the mango. Another shot lands. I dodge, I repair. Also, Hoang dived in underneath here, and I had a tower. And I had the plumes, and it actually hurt because of his scorpions, but I feel like that's a decent trade. I killed the monk. I do lose the Mangonel, but he has a whole lot less than he did a moment ago, and I'm keeping his numbers down right now. I have so many idols consistently. It's not great, and look at these villagers, man. I need a lumber camp there. Really wants to pressure this TC. I really want conversions, but anytime I go for a conversion, he sees it with the Mangonel. But I kind of like my spot, because this is a risky spot for him to sit. I can pop out with the Mangonel anytime and get a big hit. I really want to keep that siege workshop up. I'm not sure. Oh, I engaged for the repair villager there. Nice split. Actually took no damage to that, which was nice. Now I will get inside the TC, and I will shoot. I mean, this is all good damage versus Mangonels. Now I have this tower. He fires on the tower and possibly the monk, and I kill another Mangonel. And now my Mangonel will come out. I dodge with my monk. I fire. I get the hit. I dodge again. I mean, I lose the monk, which is unfortunate. I really wish I would have kept that monk alive. And I really wish that Mangonel would have connected with the scorpion before it went down. But at this point, I have 5 more villagers, and he's starting to lose a lot. Now, when it was 3 or 4 Mangonels, I needed to stay at home and don't pay attention to these farms. Oh, goodness, I thought that was a mill. I'm sorry. Oh, God, the T90 farm. Don't look, okay? Listen, if you think I have T90 farms... Okay, Hoang's farms are actually better than mine. That's embarrassing. But at this point, I feel like I could defend with the towers I have and a few mangoes. Can't make any more monks, but I'm feeling comfortable. If he comes in here, and he is right now, you'll see with no upgrades, his knights are too weak to engage. So this is the time for my plumes to run forward. And Hoang, realizing that I must have something more to the north, arrives here. Now guys, my TCs have been pretty idle in this game. I did not have the food I needed. I wonder why. And so, you know, I actually, the Vill counts are dead even, almost. But I have plumes with Bodkin, and plumes are really quick, and they're really cheap to create. Hoang has improved a lot. He's beginning to expand his economy when he realizes his pushes have stalled. I'm firing uphill there, so unfortunately I'm not going to get hits. But boom! The final shot! 1 for 2, baby. That felt really good. And this felt really good as well. I killed his mangoes. Oh boy, into the TC fire we go. And now I will camp his gold, and Hoang's going to have to make a decision now. Because he's no longer pressuring here. I have plumes starting to hit his base. The counterattacks start to begin. And his eco number's not going to be as good as mine, and his position's not going to be as good as mine either. So, from my point of view, you see him leave. Okay? And you also start to see the Vills go somewhere. Now, I was expecting him to go here. But I knew if I kept this army here, he'd have to send the mangoes. And I thought maybe If he clicked everything like that, well, I didn't really think it that far through, to be honest. I just thought, kill the villagers. And so he's sending his knights and mangoes back. I also have a Mangonel here. And I see the Vil, and so I come in for the Vil. Now, I think I'm about to get ballistics. I don't think I have it yet. Only 4 plumes versus 3 knights and some monks, so I really can't stick around here, but killing the villager's nice. I definitely did not have ballistics if that villager doesn't die. And Hoang fires, misses, and I'm back underneath my TC. Now, you see my stone count, I'm saving up some stone. I have a slight Vil lead now. He sent 2 knights over here, which will probably be enough, but one thing I always try and tell you guys is just run away. Keep these knights from your base as long as possible, so I just ran away. And now this push has come all the way over here, which is, like, really annoying. Okay, but now I have ballistics on the way, right? So he doesn't have upgrades on the knights. My plumes with ballistics can take out those knights. And then as long as I micro properly, as long as I don't take big shots to his Mangonels, as long as I repair, I'll eventually just build a castle here, right? So yes, he comes in for the Mangonel, but you'll notice the knights are not working out all that hot. Not working well. I dodge, I fire, and I get a kill. My Mangonel micro was on point this game. And there, I mean, that was just unfortunate. He actually blocked his own Mangonel pathing. Now, someone in the YouTube comments might be able to do the math. Please just leave a spoilers tag. But I really wonder what the Mangonel losses was like for Hoang. Like, how many did I kill? And how many did I need to create to kill them? My plumes, I mean, at this point, I should have more eco. I'm surprised it's not bigger. It had idle TC. And he has a 94% siege workshop, and I completely misclicked there. Really should have denied that. But if I see Hoang falling back, that's a good sign for me. And I know that while his eco number might be a bit higher than usual, he doesn't have many upgrades on the knights. I placed the castle here. It's the other area I'm exposed. And I knew that I'm making my ideal unit comp for this matchup, at least for now. So it's looking really good for me. Looking really, really good for me. Just had to not lose at this point. Not take any unnecessary risks. Keep Hoang on the move. When this TC is going up, he doesn't see my plumes coming in. Didn't expect it maybe, I'm not sure. And a bunch of idols for him, and good luck taking your gold, Hoang. So, Hoang is the type of player to go aggressive, type of player to all in many situations. And so right now he's thinking, alright, I need to pressure this TC. Right? I will pressure this TC now. So he's probably clicked the TC. As he sends units over to deal with my plumes, and surprise! Have a castle up. Boop! Both Mangonels go down. That's 2 more Mangonels lost for Hoang. He's building a castle here. And he's taking Vil losses. And Hoang, he realizes the situation. He calls the GG. And guys, I did it. I did it. I'm really proud, okay? It's a proud moment. On Voobly, Hoang had 3 accounts in the top 30. I mean, this guy, he actually played Hera the night before. Won 2 games, lost 3. And I mean, I don't think it's any argument that Hera's a top 10 player. So for me to win this game makes me feel very proud. And I'm going to do what any man would do and never play him again. That way I'm undefeated against him on Age of Empires 2 DE. Now, actually, I have no say in the matter now. You can't dodge people because of the queue. But thank God for Mayans, and thank God for good Mangonel trades. It could have gone either way. We could play this exact same game, get the amount of units that we had in this next to this hill, and I could have easily just been out microed if we were to do that again. But felt good to beat Hoang. And it feels good to have awesome relationship with players in this community. So, just so you're aware, I'll probably be uploading 2 videos a day. One video is going to be part of the 12 Days of Christmas, where I showcase different players. It will be a big variety, trust me. All YouTube-only commentary, and then the other upload during that day will probably be some of the highlights from all the streams I've been doing, and maybe some tournaments and show matches. So let's go to the achievements here. My one thing I have to say is, if you look at my resources in mid game, I had a lot of gold. I should have bought food for more vills. It's a travesty that I only had 5 more vills than him. But I did have more wood, stone, and gold collected. That's something. Didn't have as much food, which was probably due to, those farms. I went Drush Fast Castle. He went normal Fast Castle. I sniped a villager with it, so I think that my position was probably better after the FC. But it was a dangerous, dangerous attack to fight against. See, right here. This is where it all started, right? Right after that big Mackinell shot from me, I started to get the plumes forward, and things started to fall off. You start to see my eco climb, and it definitely would have climbed a whole lot more, because all this dark blue, all that military that Hoang had, could do nothing against me at that stage. He makes Mangudai, it's dead. He didn't even have fletching. I already had Bodkinero. He makes Mangonels, it's dead. And they did die in that game. So thanks for watching. I'm not really trying to toot my own horn. That's not why I created a YouTube channel, but I figured it'd be a good game for you guys to see. And Merry Christmas for those that celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, whatever. I'm just very thankful. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, in the off chance that you've never heard of Hoang for whatever reason, you click this video, look to the left or the right side. I'm not sure which side it's going to be on, but I'll have one of my favorite Hoang games there, Legend of Hoang, and you can see what his strategy is, see how he plays, and maybe get a little bit more background on the guy.